Hey Gemini, this is your read. So let's see what the universe got to say to you guys today. Alrighty, universe, what do you got in store for Gemini? What messages, guidance, maybe some affirmation, some warnings? What do you got going on today? I feel like the cards are all trying to jump out of my hand, especially that one. So let's get started. So that was the shadow card. I'll show you guys there. I got rest and rejuvenate, disruption, discontent and boredom, and the heart chakra, which can represent relationships and or healing. I feel like we're healing, doing some personal healing from hurts, which may or may not be from a relationship. I'll have to pull more cards, but definitely healing from some negative emotions, some negative experiences that have left their mark on us. So material and spiritual prosperity, transformation, suffering and silence, emotional withdrawal, and material harvest. So definitely a deep hurt. It's caused you to sort of withdraw from life, experience depression, maybe anxiety. It was a really bad one. I feel like the rest and rejuvenate was really encouraging you to take time to heal. I feel like maybe just because of everyday life doesn't stop when you go through things. You've just sort of been going through the motions, sort of been plugging away at everything, and not really taking the time to think about it. You just sort of try and block it from your mind. But it's only going to prolong the hurt. It doesn't really heal it. I feel like it's time to actually take time and feel your way through all of this. And the Four of Cups also speaks to that as well, that numbness, that indifference, trying to ignore it. I have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords tends to represent a situation in which we feel like something was taken unfairly from us. I think this is also speaking to the catalyst of what caused this hurt. I'm still not 100% clear on what it all was. I'm going to pull a few more cards because I want to make sure that I've understood these other cards. Oh yeah, that's what that is. Okay. So this is what it was. You were in a relationship with somebody, and there was a third party involved, and there was cheating. Because I got two queens in this line, and then underneath I got a king and the Lover's card next to it. So I feel like the king was your partner. I feel like you were the Queen of Swords, because in all of this she speaks of honesty. And obviously cheating is not honest. I feel like this is you. Like this other person, Queen of Wands, I usually get a very fiery and passionate energy off of the Queen of Wands. And so I believe that was the person, that was the third party in this situation. I have the Seven of Wands here. I think this speaks of you finding out what happened and confronting the King of Cups here, confronting your partner, and drawing your line in the sand. Now I have the Knight of Swords, which represents to me in this shedding light on truth, and sort of truth ruling the day. So I feel like you kicked them out. I feel like you ended it. It doesn't make any of this hurt any less when you're the one that says enough. But I believe it was you who said that's enough. Out you go. I do have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles represents abundance. Usually speaks of happiness and finance as well. So I wonder if there's a little bit more to it than that. I'm going to keep pulling cards because I just want to see if my impression of some of these other cards is going to ring true here. Okay, I feel like this is feel like this was a long-term relationship in which there were mutual assets, I suppose is one way of putting it. So in dissolving this relationship, I feel like there are financial implications as well. I have the Four of Pentacles here. To me, this represents you having to fight for what's fair and fight for your share of it so that this person didn't keep it all for themselves. I feel like what you're getting is going to be very fair. I feel like it's going to definitely help you to rebuild your life and start on a new journey, a new beginning. The Six of Swords for me represents moving from sort of a rougher time in your life to a calmer one. I think you're going to find an inner peace when you allow yourself the time to heal from this situation. I have the Six of Wands here, and to me the Six of Wands represents triumph. I also have the Wheel of Fortune card. It represents your fortunes changing for the better. I got it in between the Miser card, the Four of Pentacles, and then the Nine of Pentacles, which speaks of abundance, and both of those cards to me speak of finance. So I feel like decisions are going to be made in the near future here, and you're going to be seeing that financial prosperity. I have the Hierophant here, and the Hierophant, yeah, here we go. It is legal, because the Hierophant can speak to an institution. I also got the Justice card as well. So I feel like there are there's going to be some decisions made in court or by lawyers. And in between the two of those, I have the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Cups speaks of abundance. So I think it's going to come out favorably for you. And also on the other side of the Justice card, I got the Sun card. And the Sun card, to me, is a good omen and represents positive things manifesting for you. Then I have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles tends to be called the Apprentice card. Sometimes I feel that he's speaking to learning life lessons, which no doubt I feel there's going to be some personal growth that comes out of this heartbreak. I really do believe that in the long run, after you've had a chance to process it and heal, you will find strength and happiness again. But I'm also feeling like this Eight of Pentacles is speaking of you looking to start a new future. And maybe going back and getting an education, getting some training. And then I got the Page of Pentacles, which when it represents a person, it can represent somebody who's academically inclined. So I feel like it also speaks to academics, and it backs up the Eight of Pentacles. And I think you're going to go back to school. I have the Nine of Swords, which represents feeling trapped in negative emotions, thoughts, fear, worry, doubt, depression, anxiety, all those things. And I feel like you definitely have experienced some of that and are continue to experience it. I feel like this is also in reference to your choice to go to school. I feel like it's absolutely terrifying for you to take such a large leap. But right next to it, I have the Ace of Cups, which speaks of good, new beginnings. And I think this is speaking to a new beginning for you in your life, a new chapter. I have the Death card, which represents transition as well, closing the door in one chapter and beginning another. So I think this is a new chapter in your life. And then I got the Queen of Pentacles. And to me, I feel like this is you. I feel like you're very competent, you're very capable, you're generous, and you're kind. And I feel like this is also going to be speaking to your financial situation as well, this particular court card. Next to her, I have the King of Swords. And I feel like this is your soon-to-be ex-partner, soon-to-be legally ex-partner. Negatively aspected, he speaks to dishonesty. And I feel like that's definitely what you've experienced with this person. Anytime there's infidelity like that, that is like the ultimate dishonesty. And then I have the Ten of Swords here, and the Ten of Swords speaks of a disappointing ending. But if you can see the light around the swords, it speaks of this being beneficial for you in the long run, even though it feels like crap right now. And then in between the Ten of Swords and the King of Swords, I pulled the Fool card. And the Fool card speaks of looking at your situation in a new light. And so I think that's how you're going to see it when all is said and done. Because I think even though this is super crappy, and this person is a real jerk for doing that to you, there's so much hurt that goes along with it. I feel like you're going to see personal and financial success on the other side of this. And I think you're going to have a much happier, more fulfilling life. And you're going to look back and you're going to see that this was the catalyst for a change that you wouldn't have otherwise made, as crappy as it was. And I feel like it will benefit you in the long run. You will live a better life without this excess baggage, because I feel like that's what he is. He's just baggage. He's dead weight. So I have emotional loss, spiritual strength, mental conflict, and temptation. So I feel like these also speak to where you're at right now. And you are deep in the hurt. And you're deep in the sadness and the depression and the fear and all the negative emotions that go with that. The confusion as to why it all happened. The temptation to maybe even try and reach out to this person to try again. To me, the spiritual strength speaks of you believing in yourself and your capability to handle this, to heal from it, and to come through on the other side. And not just the strength that it's going to take to do that, the strength that you're going to gain from doing it. Because like I said, I think this is a bright new beginning for you, even though it doesn't feel that way right now. I think in time it will. In time you'll look back and you'll see that this was the thing that helped to move you on the path which you were meant to be on, in which you could be the most successful. Alrighty guys, I hope you enjoyed the read. If it resonated with you, please let me know. I'd love to hear from you guys. Do take care. Alrighty.